Alright guys, it is me, the Closet Brony, here to review a wonderful episode that aired last Saturday called Magic Duel. I just gotta say, this episode was it was super awesome. Man, the plot was awesome. We saw the return of the great and powerful Trixie. She's all pissed off, ready to take Twilight out for that humiliation in season 1. Alright, and I just gotta say, this plot was over the top. Like, from the second it started, I was hooked in. We saw the hooded figure, which ended up being Trixie going to that shop buying the alicorn amulet, which that's a completely different thing I'm going to talk about later. I just gotta say, when I break it down with the ponies, all the ponies were awesome. We saw epic, teamwork at the end by the main 6. There was just things that stood out. I thought it was interesting, the amount of fan service in this episode. So much fan service. It was ridiculous. And then we had, first of all, I want to backtrack, pony related. I just have to say, I thought it was hilarious. After my last review, I said it seems like Pinkie Pie is stealing the entire show, which she is, obviously, stealing the entire show. So in this episode, she's literally silenced for the whole episode, which is another thing I'll talk about in my standout section at the end. I just thought that was hilarious, because everybody knew she was stealing the show. She's talking, she's doing the craziest things. She broke the fourth wall like 800 times this season. So I thought it was funny that they literally silenced her this episode so that everybody else could kind of stand out. And I just gotta say, it doesn't get any better than everybody teaming up and having an episode that Trixie's in. So, standout of this episode, obviously, the fan service. Over the top, awesomest fan service ever. So many things to list, it's ridiculous. First of all, alicorn amulet, first second of the episode. Now canon. I don't know if anybody knows about alicorn anything, so look it up. It's all over the place. We saw the return of the great and powerful Trixie. Awesome. Because everybody knows nobody liked Trixie the first time. And she was destined to come back. She got completely shown up by Twilight. Then we have Pinkie's dad in the rock farm whenever Trixie shows her little TV thing that shows where she's been. Thought that was hilarious. And like I said before, Pinkie's silenced. Her mouth is literally deleted in a computer trash can, so I thought it was funny that this week the fourth wall breaks Pinkie. Awesome. Also, I love the return of Parasprites. I always love Parasprites. Right now they're infecting my entire village in the MLP iOS game, but hey, I like seeing them more in the TV show. I love Zecora in this episode. Total Empire Strikes Back homage. Thought that was awesome. Also, I like the return of Fluttertree, as we had Fluttershy hiding in a tree to break out of the barrier with the animals so that she could find Twilight. I love Lyra and Bon Bon in the background of many shots of this episode. Derpy, of course, can be found if anybody wants to know. She can be found at the end when Twilight is doing that figure 8 with all the animals. Derpy's in the right side of the crowd. And then there's always the biggest one, which is Rule 63, Applejack, which ended up just being Big Mac painted like Applejack, but it's going to go, that's going to be all over the place. They finally have some kind of canon picture of Rule 63 AJ. I just thought this episode was great. I've watched it like 3 times. It's over the top awesome. I love all the spells at the beginning that Trixie does. I like the giant wing rainbow dash and it's just great episode. But anyway, if I had to give Pony of the Week to anyone, it would obviously be Twilight for totally bluffing her way through a ridiculous ordeal at the end with the help of all of her friends. I don't know, I think it was kind of funny. The whole show's been about what Twilight learns. She's always writing Princess Celestia saying, I learned about friendship, I learned about how using magic and stuff. And then this episode, what would she possibly write? It's like, Dear Princess Celestia, today I learned how to poker face. Like, it's whatever. But I just thought it was funny. I usually don't like Twilight, which is well known whenever I talk about MLP. I like I like Rainbow Dash and Pinky, but still, gotta give this a Twilight. Plot was totally about her. Pinky was silenced, much to my dismay, and Twilight was just hanging out in Trixie's Ponyville, so I gotta give it to Twilight. If I had to give this episode a number, I'd give it, out of 100, I would give it a 91. I really liked this episode. It had everything right. Obviously, Season 3 is just headed down a road that's totally to please bronies, because we've kind of left that whole thing behind, where it was about friendship and learning lessons and morals and stuff. Also, I have to say, little tack on at the end. If you haven't read the first issue of the MLP comic book, you have to read it. It's incredible. It is totally not for children, first of all. 1 second. Alright, they came out with 6 covers. 6 covers of the exact same comic book. I happened to get 2 of them. I got Rainbow Dash, little apple bloom selling balloons to try to get a cutie mark. Then I got this Ball and Twilight one. Even though I hate Twilight, I just gotta say, Celestia's looking crazy, Super Saiyan awesome. In the background of that, you know, I mean, you gotta get it just for that. Just for that little thing right there. So it's Ball. And Luna's is not nearly as cool on the other cover, since all 6 make a giant picture and Luna and Celestia are on the different sides. But anyway, if I had to review that comic book, dang, I give it a 10 out of 10, because I can't wait to read the next one. They're going to be incredible. And I will surely talk about that by the time it comes out on December 18th. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the review. Keep checking back on Friendship is Magic for a lot more awesome stuff. And we will hopefully be starting our dub over soon. Can't wait to hear from you guys. Check out my Facebook, Closet Brony, Google Plus, Closet Brony, and also Rainbow Dash Network, Closet, hashtag Brony. So it's pretty easy to find me, guys. Maybe I'll put my my URLs underneath this video. Come have a chat. I'd love to hear from you. See ya!